So throughout the month of February, we're trying to highlight former Black players and coaches that have come through Iowa or have like that Iowa connection. And as you being drafted by the Cubs and then playing here with Iowa for a couple of seasons, and then now coming back to be the team's bench coach, we thought there'd be no better person than you to invite. So with Eric Patterson here, thanks for joining us today. Appreciate you coming on. I guess first off, just what does Black History Month mean to you, or even Jackie Robinson Day? As that day, and kind of what awareness do you want to be spread about the month of February and Jackie Robinson Day?
Yeah, I think like as far as like Black History Month, I think anytime you have an opportunity to kind of highlight things that African Americans done, whether it's in athletics, education, academics, business, anytime we can kind of take time to step back and highlight these achievements and these accomplishments, I think it's a tremendous thing. As far as Jackie Robinson Day, I think, helping kind of break that barrier and getting more African Americans into the game, being the first and some of the hardships and stuff that he's gone through, to kind of pave the way for us is obviously something that, we appreciate and want to honor each and every year.
For sure. Yeah. So then I guess my second question would be, aside from Jackie Robinson, who's kind of the point person for all of this stuff, but who are some people you look up to as an African American player coming up in baseball? Any like mentors specifically through your career? And that can be playing when you were coming up as a player, or even now that you've kind of turned to the coaching side of things.
Yeah, absolutely. I think from the playing side, I would say like when I got to the big leagues, Daryl Ward, kind of took me under his wing, helped me out a lot. Cliff Floyd, Jock Jones, those guys up there, in Chicago when I was there. As far as, working my way through the minor leagues, obviously, Pat Listash, who I played for in Iowa, was definitely a tremendous help, along with our hitting coach, Von Joshua. But, it's been really, each and every player along the way. I think, I think it's kind of hard to explain or really hard to describe, but I think we kind of go through maybe a little bit different experience going through the minor leagues, and even in through baseball. There's just not really many African American players in the game, so it's kind of like a brotherhood. And whether you're playing with guys or against guys, or even opposing coaches, like it's kind of a fraternity, and we all try to look out for each other and take care of one another.
That's awesome. And I guess the last question I might have is, we actually talked to Pat Listash as well about when he was coaching here and everything. So with him kind of being that mentor for you when he was coaching here and you were playing, now that you've on the flip side of that and now you're the coach, how do you see yourself kind of being a mentor for like players coming up through the Cub system and on Iowa, stopped by through Iowa?
Yeah, for sure. I think, with anything, I think that I try to approach is, I just try to teach like kind of through my experiences. Right. And, I'm not always going to have the best answer or the right answer, but all I can do is kind of present information and give guys kind of some guidance as far as things that I've went through, and things like maybe, kind of look out for things that have helped me out, things that maybe haven't been so helpful. But for me, like I said, it's just kind of drawn through those experiences, being open and honest with the guys and developing, that relationship of trust and going from there. Hopefully, like I said, I can have a little bit of impact, and if I can help these guys out, just a little bit, and help kind of further the career or get to the big leagues, or hang around a little bit longer, then, I feel like I've done my job. So, like I said, for me, man, it's just about building relationships with guys and building that trust and going from there.
That's awesome. Well, like I said, thank you so much for taking the time to talk to us about kind of what this month means to you and raising that awareness. And I can't wait to get started with your second stint here in Iowa. So
absolutely, man. Looking forward to it. Thanks again for having me.